Wagwan YouTube, what you saying? It is I, Diligent Fingers, and welcome back to another video. Right now, you're going to get into a track breakdown video taken from my Motion Gang Members Club, which is a Patreon style membership service that I set up back in January. If you want to join the Members Club and get these videos as soon as they come out, just go to www.diligentfingers.uk, go to memberships, pick tier 2 and you'll be able to get exclusive monthly tracks and track breakdown videos like this, plus merch like what I'm wearing now. But until then, enjoy the video. Yes, gang, wagwan. Welcome back to another track breakdown. Yeah, man, I'm actually excited to tell the story about this one because there's a lot that ended up going behind it. And even though it came out in 2021 officially, it was actually made in, I think it was 2019. It was actually made. But yeah, we're talking about Everyting Nice. The fact that you know, I've actually got a remix club going on where people have made remixes of this track. I thought it'd be a good idea to actually do a breakdown for some of the members of the members club that have actually entered and done a remix for the remix club. I'm still waiting on some download links from some of the entries. Bring the beat Mac, I think his name is, and Madat. I'm just waiting for the download links from them two, and then that will be coming out soon as a free download project on Spynal Records Bandcamp, but also will be going out to streaming services as well, so people can make posts on social media and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, man, it's good. It's good to actually come back to this track because it's one, it's been a while, and two, like it speaks a lot, you know, to everything that I'm doing at the moment. Do you know what I mean? And just the whole ethos of no matter what's going on, just trying to keep everything blessed and everything nice. Do you know what I mean? It's another way of saying forward ever, backward never, but in a different way, in an entirely different way and shit. But yeah, before we actually get into how it was made, let me tell you the story behind the actual track. So oh my god, it ain't even got on the thing. There we go. Boom. Here's the track in its entirety. And the maddest thing about this is this actually started off as a freestyle. Let me just check something. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. My face cam is there. But yeah, it actually started off as a freestyle over the Kings of the Rollers track, Rave Alarm. It was just something that I wanted to just put out as a music video, as a quick freestyle thing. I wasn't going to put it out for free download, or no one would be able to like sort of get it. The only way you'd be able to listen to it is if you watched the music video, basically. So I've done the freestyle. I've gone away, I've filmed all the parts for the music video, all that kind of good stuff. And then I thought I'll send it over to Sirim and just let him know that this is what I'm doing. Just make sure that he's okay with it and stuff. I'm not stepping on any toes. I'm not causing any problems, or anything like that. And he said no. He said he didn't want it to come out. Because he was doing a lot of work with Indra at the time. Kings of the Rollers were just really starting to get their name known. I think this was just before the album, the Kings of the Rollers album, actually came out. in that. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff that they were doing with Inja, because obviously Inja was part of Kings of the Rollers, and this was way before um, Inja Live, and like Inja started doing a lot of stuff on his own, basically. So, and I understood it completely. Like, I wasn't hurt by it or anything like that. It just left me in a little bit of a state of panic. One, because I'd done the music video and everything, do you know what I mean? And stuff. And I think I had a date when it was supposed to come out and that, but I didn't end up getting the track finished in time. This track finished in time. But basically, I had to remake the beat because I couldn't waste the video. I had to remake it. Do you know what I mean? So, and the other reason why it left me in a state of panic is because this is the second time that it had happened. The first time was with a hip hop track, which ended up being the first ever professional music video that I ended up doing, which was called Nothing More. I was part of a group called The Beat In, where we would do a lot of sample based production and things like that. And there was a guy called Tall Black Guy from Detroit. Amazing, absolutely amazing producer. He's gone on to do great things. But yeah, I ended up writing some bars to one of his tracks that he'd done, sent it over to him. He said that he liked my style, and I thought everything was okay with it. But then when it come to filming the music video, because I had a professional company that heard the track come up to me and ask if they could film a music video for it, they'd come up with a concept, all that kind of good stuff. So I filmed the music video. It was all free and shit. It was going to be part of their portfolio and a way of starting their film production company called Black Rock Creative. Sent it over to Tall Black Guy and his manager, and both of them were not happy at all. And that, basically, and yeah, the video was going to come out the next day, and that night I had to remake the beat and then send it over to the guys so they could sync it up with the video, and then put that out. And luckily, it still seemed to fit. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a crazy time. It was a crazy moment, the fact that I had to remake the beat and everything. But yeah, so the fact that I had to having to do it again, basically, was just mental. Like, the fact that I found myself in that position again, where I'd kind of jumped the gun a little bit, really thinking that everything would be fine, gone and filmed a music video for a track, and then having to remake it again. Yeah, mental. But just to refresh everybody's memory, this is what I came up with. Yeah. You know who it is. It's mad. I have to stop it there, because the reason why there's such a gap in between me sort of introducing myself and stuff like that is because I do shout out Kings of the Rollers, Hold Tight Kings of the Rollers on this one. I say something else, but I can't remember exactly what I said and shit. But yeah, like, it's mad that every time that gap comes up, I always remember that it's supposed to say Kings of the Rollers there, but it doesn't. But yeah, man. Hold tight all my Manchester family. Hold tight all my drum and bass ravers. Yeah. Never watching the throne, ever present to raise the levels, I'm holding my own. I see the pot calling the kettle to throw in my bone. Never that call me the rebel that's holding the zone. Yeah, so fly with the words, the Smith, lyrical Western, yeah, I'm deadly with verbs. The
chill. I'm never stressing with plenty of herbs. The wolf, ready to pounce on unsuspecting herds. Slaughter, still mimic me mech. No patience for all the talking, yeah, I'm coming for next. No statements, no evidence, and no clues to detect. Without a trace, I keep him lacing, I'm ready to jet. Always bringing the vibe. You best believe it's always music that keeps me alive. Locked and loaded every weekend, I'm ready to ride. I take it all in my stride. Why? Got everything less, everything nice. Honey JD, 2 Cuba Ice. Stepping on the dance, rave out Honey JD, 2 Cuba Ice. Stepping on the dance, rave out them high. Baseline sweet, so you know I say it twice. Can you have bad up nothing? I see your man a move sketchy like some mad up mutton. Move if it make you happy, depend something, but you not depend nothing. You only out here fronting. Can you have bad up nothing? I see your man a move sketchy like some mad up mutton. Move if it make you happy, depend something, but you not depend nothing. You only out here fronting.
Yeah, man. That's the bulk of it, basically. And as always, there's just not much to it at all, really. And the fact that I had to like sort of rush to get something made that was not necessarily the same as Rave Alarm and that from Kings of the Rollers, but at least had a similar type of vibe that kind of matched, you know, the vocals. Because I wrote the vocals to Rave Alarm and that really. And a lot of the actual thingy bob, a lot of the arrangement is based around the arrangement that Rave Alarm had. But yeah, started off with the intro as always, really simple. I think what I did was I played in some strings. With this being 2019, I think I was still on my old iMac, so yeah, that's why again there's not that many tracks and that really. But I had some strings played in, just a really simple string melody pads. And then added this mad twinkly piano sample. And then at the end, I've because I've bounced it down to audio, at the end I've just put the slow down function on the fade. So instead of having it fading out, I've just got it slowing down. If you do it at the front where it's fading in of the sample, it actually speeds up the sample in Logic. So yeah, just to add that extra element of, you know, something interesting. And then next is where all of the sound effects and parts of the percussion start to come in. Crash cymbal with delay.
Yeah.
Standard Valhalla delay.
You know who it is.
Yeah. And then when it comes into the percussion, just got some looped hats that I found that were really good. Another set of percussion loop. Some really simple EQ on there. Just low cut, take most of the stuff out that I don't want, don't need. And then we've got and some extra bongo percussions. Again, another loop. And then really simple snare. Cut a snare cut out of a drum loop. I think the kick is taken out of a drum loop as well. Yeah. Kept it really simple. So what are the techniques that I normally do? Just chop it up. Hip hop techniques, hip hop principles, just chopping up different loops and that to get the like sort of drums that I actually want and sound good to me. Really simple. Really, really simple. That's it. That's literally the drums. Hardly any processing on them. Snare and the kick have got fat effects on there, which would have been camel fat British clean, basically. The British clean preset. Really, really simple. Nothing much at all. I don't even think I've got them in a group bus or anything. They are just as they are. And put ozone on. There we go. I forgot I turned it off for the pre-master.
If lyrical Western, yeah, I'm deadly with verbs. The chill, I'm never stressing with plenty of herbs.
That's the drums. That's literally the drums. Not much to them whatsoever. And then when it came to the sub, I've got my standard 808 sub that I've made in the ES2. And that, a bit of attack on there to make it less poundy, a bit more subby, almost full sustain. When it comes to the envelope. And then fat effects, British clean once again, just to give it that thickness. Not even got side chain on it or anything. Because when it came to actually like choosing the right kick and snare that sits on top of the sub rather than having the kick having to cut through the sub. Yeah, man. It took me a while to find the right drums to begin with, but yeah, we got there in the end.
So no clues to detect. Without a trace, I keep them laced and I'm ready to jet. Always bringing the vibe. You best believe it's always music that keeps me alive.
Mad as well. And here you can see, if you look at the vocals, what I've recorded, you can see there Kings of the Rollers, Rave Alarm Freestyle. So these are the vocals from the Rave Alarm Freestyle and shit as well. But I had to remake it in the same project. Change it. Even says it at the top there, Everyting Nice, Kings of the Rollers, Rave Alarm Freestyle. And that. But yeah. And then I think I've got Celtic Strings as like some buzz. That's coming from Alchemy. Got some simple EQ, taken out most of the mids and left out, taken out some of the lows of the sides when it comes to mid side EQing. And then I think, yeah, Ozone Elements Imager, using the Imager from Ozone Elements just to give it that spread.
Something, but you're not deaf on nothing. You only out here fronting.
And then after that, it was just going through loads of samples that I had, and then finding the right samples for like sort of the, not necessarily foghorn basses, but nice mid basses that could stab into it. Do you know what I mean? I've got that sound. Let me show you what it sounds like without any of the effects. So yeah, temper, distortion unit, stick that on the B Sting preset. Gives it more harmonics, bit more transients, and then some EQ, take out some of the low end. And then fat effects, ultra fat, just to make it a bit more, give it a bit more girth. And then Valhalla Freak Echo, just to give it that presence, that airiness, that bit of sheen, and also a bit of delay. So I've got that. And that's coming in every now and again. And then I've got this sound here, which I used in Valhalla and Valhalla VIP. Valhalla first came out on Runtings, and then VIP version I put out for free download. But yeah, I ended up using this in a few tunes. And same thing, tempo. Let's take everything off so you can see what it sounds like without the effects. So got tempo, distortion unit, fab filter taking out the low end, and then freak echo once again. And that's it. In terms of the bulk of the tune, that is it. Couple of rises here and there, crash cymbals, pitch up some of the samples as well. So I think I put the main stab bass and octave, a full octave up. And when I did that, it just added some extra stuff on the end for some reason. I was like, rah, okay, I'll take that. I don't know where that's come from, but I'll take all the effects off so you can hear it by itself. It just adds it from like putting it up an octave, transposing the sample up by an octave, basically. But yeah. Crazy. But yeah, that's it. That's literally it. Wrote the verses to it. Already had the verses because I've recorded them for the freestyle already. That's it. When it came to any kind of processing on drums, nothing on the loops from what I can tell. So everything. Simple hats. Just simple EQ on the loop. EQ on the bongos. Everything. EQ on the snare. EQ on the kick. Where's the kick go? There it is. No, not even EQ on the kick. No EQ on the kick and snare.
Out here frontin'. How you a bad up nothing? I see a man a move sketchy like some mad up mutton. Movement fi make you happy dep on something, but you're not dep on nothing. You only out here frontin'.
And the main thing that's actually boosting the volume, because I've got a multimeter on the stereo out, the MV meter, on the stereo out, monitoring the audio that's going in. EQ that I'm using as an analyzer to see like where the frequencies are sitting, and then ozone elements for the maximizer. That's it. And it's mad actually going through it all and breaking it down. It's actually crazy how little it's taken to make this tune, but then it did so well. So many people loved this tune. So many people, they couldn't wait for it to come out. They couldn't wait for the video to come out. And that because it ended up getting held back for like 4 years, basically. Because initially, because of me having to remake it, it took me a little bit to remake it. And then the time had kind of gone by the time I was ready to actually put it out and try and make a big thing for it. Because I was going to do like a launch party and, do something for my birthday, because it was going to be around my birthday when it came out and stuff, because I was going to have a joint birthday party with Jack Banner and Block to Block and things like that. And then the moment kind of passed for it, and then wanted to try and build things up again in 2019. Couldn't really find the time to actually make it fit in terms of like a decent release date and stuff. And then 2020 came and lockdown came into play, and So when it came round to 2022, which would have made it 4 years that the track hadn't come out, when it came round to 2022, it was like, right, it just needs to come out. It's the second year, no, it's the first year of Spinal Records being relaunched. And so that's a good enough reason to like put something like that out. And people have been asking for it for so long already. It was time. It was time to actually put it out. And then all I did was just um, changed up the intro of it, because the intro wasn't the same. There was writing in the intro that we couldn't use anymore and stuff, because I think it had the date on there, and plus a couple of other bits of information. Yeah, just added the fact that we were all in lockdown and things like that, and then in terms of the intro, and then made it more about before lockdown, before the pandemic, and that kind of thing. And yeah, put it out, and it did really well. It did really well. It didn't do as well as it could have done if it would have gone out when it was supposed to have gone out. And it probably would have done, it would have been nice to have not necessarily the cosign, but have that name Kings of the Rollers sort of next to my name. And that, even though it was just a freestyle, just for fun, it was just something for fun. But yeah, no, I'm proud of how it turned out. The fact that it turned into an actual proper release, an original release that is on all of the platforms. So it's something that I can say I'm proud of and put out myself, rather than it, having to just stay as a music video. If Kings of the Rollers were okay with it. It spawned two absolutely amazing remixes from Chandre and Salvage, and also from DJ Roni, very good friends of mine, all three of those boys. Well, Ben, I'll say Ben and Roni, and that, like, me and Danny know each other, but I'm more close with Ben than I am with Danny, and that's no shade, but yeah, I don't want to say that me and Danny are best mates when we're not really. Um, but still a good friend, man. Still a good kid and shit. Roni, known him for the whole time that I've been involved in drum and bass scene, man. Very, very good friend of mine and stuff. And then now there's going to be more remixes, more people's take on this track. Some really interesting sounds, some really interesting ideas that have come through this remix club and stuff. And if you're not part of the remix club, please just join the Discord. I'm going to be putting up fresh stems as well for September. Excuse me. In that, I think I'm going to actually put up the stems for Running Out of Time, the first release on Spinal Records when the label was relaunched in 2021. And yeah, it would be good to hear what people do with it, hear people's ideas from it. But yeah, that is Everyting Nice original mix, the breakdown. Thank you very much for watching and listening and taking it in. I hope this was an interesting video for you as well. But again, there was just not much that I did. I just sort of put it together, did the necessary things that I needed to do to make sure it sounded good. Especially as a vocaled track as well. I don't like having loads of things going on in the background. It kind of muddies up and makes it harder for the track to get mixed, because you're really fighting against the vocal and then bass sounds and stuff like that are going to be clashing within the mid frequencies, which is always the most difficult part of the frequency range to get right, basically. So yeah, man. Thank you once again very much for watching and listening. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. I think the next breakdown that's going to be coming is going to be my remix of Jasmine from Valiant MC and Flow Anastasia, and I think it's Cyberposics on production. So that's going to be coming very soon for September, for September's track breakdown. Once again, thank you very, very much for your patience in regards to everything that's been going on with my health and my mental health. And as a result, I've not been able to keep up with some of the perks and the rewards that people are paying for, basically. But I'm back on track, even though I'm sat down right now and that, which is lovely. It's not actually hurting my back. I've got the standing desk now, and it's done wonders in regards to, making things a bit better with my back. I think I am still going to have to go for an operation just to sort my back out properly and stuff, because all of the exercise and things like that is not really making it any better, and stuff. So it's looking like I'm gonna have to go in for an operation, but still early days yet. Still early days yet. I've got a physio appointment on October 9th, so I'll be able to speak to my physiotherapist and find out if there's anything else that we can do, before, going under the knife. But yeah, I'm rambling now, so I'm going to end it here. Once again, hope you have an amazing week, amazing day, and amazing week. Take care of yourselves, take care of your health, take care of your mental health, because you don't know, good health, good mental health is wealth. And as always, blessings to you all.